Hey guys, I don't know if you can hear me. If you can throw something in the chat, I'm just checking my setup to make sure it's working. All right, Daniel says, hear me. Can you see me? Oh, I'm nice and close. All right, sweet. I'm gonna give it a couple minutes before we get started, and also let them shut those bay doors. Those are really loud when they shut. Um, and we'll let some more people join, and then we'll get started. What I am, oh, Adrian's here. What's up? What I want you guys to go ahead and do is there's a Q&A section. If there are any specific questions that you're wanting me to cover today, if you want to go ahead and throw those questions in the Q&A, if I don't get to them during my normal presentation, I will answer those questions afterwards. So sometimes it's easier for you guys to think about them now if you're coming in here with a specific need. So just feel free to throw anything in that, and I will do my best to get all of those answered today. All right, I like these. The other thing I want to know, these are good questions coming in, by the way, are if you're currently uh, selling with us, are you a platform seller, a Shopify app seller, or maybe you're a third party, so an Etsy, a WooCommerce, an Amazon seller? Love to hear what you guys are doing. Throw those in the chat, not in the QA. That way, plan you're on top of it. But throw it over in the chat. That way, I can keep the questions to the questions. That makes sense. Yeah, some Shopify sellers. Can't see items on my site. We can help with that. In Thailand, ooh, I was actually just watching a TV show last night on Bangkok. These people moving to Bangkok and buying a house there, and me and my wife were like, "That looks like a fun place." Move this over here. Frankenphrase technique. Ooh. Okay. All right. It's 10:03. We'll go ahead. I like to do a little. I moved my while I'm looking on the screen tonight. I like to start just doing a basic presentation on ShineOn for anyone that's a brand new with us. To just kind of go over what ShineOn is, make sure we're all on the same page going into this discussion on what ShineOn is, what they do, what we provide. That way, the rest of what we talk about makes complete sense. Let me share my screen. All right, so you guys see my screen? Yeah, it always does this, closes my chat. All right. So again, welcome to ShineOn. If you're brand new, we're happy to have you. You hopefully heard about some people that were super successful in Q4 with us, and that's why you're here. Or you just randomly found us, and so now you're here. Either way, we're happy to have you. If you've been selling with us, you probably came out of a Q4. You could have been super successful. You might have felt like you missed it by just one little thing, and it could have made it. So you're ready to take that next step and figure out how to get there. So anyway, how I like to start is introducing myself. If you don't know who I am through the group, my name is John Burgess. I'm the head of our buyer and seller experience at ShineOn, located here at our St. Pete headquarters in Florida. Um, I manage our customer service team, our production team, as well as a lot of um, the features and things developed for the ShineOn app and platform. Um, I've been working in e-com since 2006 when I started selling T-shirts. I owned my own print shop, and we sold shirts for bands and stuff online using Big Cartel. That was like the first e-commerce platform that gave you the ability to add shirt sizes and colors, which was really cool. Um, I went on to become a Magento app developer, working for large e-commerce companies down to startups. I've managed 40-person teams and sites doing over 100 million a year. So lots of experience in all areas of e-com. But now I'm here with ShineOn and helping to build something that allows you guys to be successful in e-commerce. So putting all of my knowledge to work to build something good for you guys to use. So, the basics of what is ShineOn? We have a couple different sides to what ShineOn is. The main thing is we have our tech side, and our tech side allows you guys to collect orders or collect orders from customers, and then we grab them and we send them on to our fulfillment center. That's probably one of the biggest differentiators between ShineOn and most other POD services out there is we actually own our factory. It is right here. So we own the supply chain. A lot of other POD companies outsource their production, and they lose control over their production. And that's what we avoid is by keeping all of our stuff in-house. It allows us to control, ramp up production, and make sure we're keeping track of what's going on so we can always be ready to fulfill orders. Now, how do we actually do this? Well, we've got the Shopify app. So if you have an existing Shopify store, you can put our app on your store and then publish products from our app onto your store. You take the orders, we charge you for each order, and then we go fulfill it and send it out. What we also have is the Shopify platform, and the platform is ShineOn.com, and it allows you to go and create products, publish them to ShineOn.com. Your products are hidden, but you are given a link to those products, and you can use that link to basically be an affiliate and drive traffic from Facebook, from Instagram, from wherever you want to drive traffic from. So there's two methods. You can be a store owner or you can be an affiliate. That's kind of how we talk about it. People always, you hear a lot about successes, but I experience them with the sellers. I'm hand in hand with a lot of our large sellers on a daily basis. Not only do they have account managers, but they're given, high access, and we work very closely with them to make sure they stay successful. But we had some people this year come out of nowhere and end up doing hundreds of thousands of dollars in sales with us over the course of about a 2-month period. It was really cool to see this year because there's definitely, we're used to seeing people come in and I got 1,000 sales in the course of, 2-3 months. This was people getting, going from zero, and then in the course of 3 weeks, doing over 1,000 sales a week, and ramping it up. And it was pretty crazy because we had to make all these products, and it came real quick and furious. So what does ShineOn offer? Again, there's obvious the what every POD company offers. But we have our custom inserts, which are our message cards. We have white labeling service if you have a Shopify store where you can actually put some branded material in with your packages. We do free remakes. I mean, if you've been with us and you've worked with us, if you come to us with some sort of issue, we just go, don't worry, we'll take care of it. We just go out there and do it. A lot of other places like to nickel and dime you because they're dealing with third-party fulfillment centers and they have to pay money. We own the process. So if I have to ask them to make an extra one, it's not that big of a deal. Responsive seller support. So, we've added 8 new agents in the last 2 months, and we're growing our support team exponentially to meet the number of sellers that are joining, because you guys are coming fast and furious at us joining or ShineOn, and so we've had to expand our seller support for you guys. So we've been growing right along with you. Sometimes it might feel like we're growing a little bit slower than you, but it takes a while to get someone in and get them trained up to the point where they can actually be a decent agent. Private products. That's it's kind of a side project, but it's something we're hoping to release this year. I'm not going to get into it. Best in class images. We've got our own image department. We actually have some really cool plans for images this year, and actually basically creating almost like a creative agency for sellers, which would be really cool. Bio customer support. So, if you're selling on the platform, we do support for the people buying, and we get a lot of phone calls. We do a lot of email support, but we work to help convert extra sales, which is really awesome. Customer for life profits. Again, that's a project we hope to launch this year. A luxury box with every order. So not only do we have our standard box, we also have our luxury wood box that has the LED light in it. That's an upsell on certain products. 1 to 2 day fulfillment. So we have a couple of different product lines. I always like to talk about that, and I'll get into that here in a minute. But you have your production pieces, which generally take 2 to 3 days to go out. If we have an issue, it could take up to 5. And then we have our what we call pick pieces, which are our message card products. Right now, they are going out in less than 24 hours. So we're trying to do everything we can to make that happen even during our busiest times. But right now, fulfillment's really good. The average graphic product is getting out in 2.5 days, and the average message card product is getting out in basically half a day. Again, if you're using the platform, we will do email remarketing to traffic that you drive. We will do Facebook retargeting, and we will be doing SMS remarketing, all to bring more sales in for you. If we do an email campaign and your customer comes back and buys your product, like an abandoned cart sequence, you still get paid for that. We don't keep all the money because we did the work. No, that's part of it. There is a project in the works where we will charge a fee for any orders that we bring in that way, but we have to be able to prove the acquisition to you first. But we are doing that. That way we can provide an even better service for that. But you guys won't mind. They're like free sales. So I want to just break down the difference between the app and the platform one more time in case any of you don't know. The platform is ShineOn.com. You create a product, you get a link, you drive traffic to that link. If someone places an order, we process that order. We do the customer service. We fulfill that order, and then we pay you once the order ships. Pretty simple. If you're using the app, you use our app to create products on your store. You will be processing, most likely through Shopify. You will be doing your customer service. What ShineOn does is we detect that you have an order available. We then charge you for that order, and then we fulfill that order. So one thing I always like to remind people that if you're using Shopify, you're spending money on ads. You're getting these sales. Generally with Shopify, it takes you a couple of days to get your money back. So we have to charge you right away before we fulfill. So sometimes if you're running a Shopify store, it means you have to be prepared to be floating a lot of money. Whereas with the platform, not so much. You just float out your ad costs, and we're just paying you commission. And we pay out commissions. Once that commission's available, when you request it, we pay you within 24 hours. Like I said, your money's available after it ships, and these products are taking less than a day to ship. So if you got an order, right now, it would ship tomorrow morning, and that money would be available. You request it, you'd probably have it by the end of the night. So that turnaround time is really quick to get that money back in if you're, don't have a giant budget, which, not everyone has. I don't need to go into that. I do want to cover this. This is a couple of different of our types of products, and this actually doesn't really include all of it. I don't know if you guys were around for our product release yesterday, but all of these graphic pieces now come on a message card. So it kind of throws this whole thing off. I'm going to have to redesign all this stuff. But we have graphic pieces, we have engraved pieces, we have what are hybrid, which are engraved and they have a message card. We now also have a graphic and a message card. So it's really interesting. We've got a lot of products coming out that we released in 2019. I think we released maybe like 5 products. In 2020, we released close to 20 products. And 2021, we're planning to release over 50. So a lot of products. And then just to break down the graphic pieces, there's 2 types. You have a seller upload, which you are the seller. So you upload your design and the seller picks their engraving. And then you have buyer upload, which means your buyer, your customer, is putting their image in their engraving. So just always remember that there's 2 types of graphics. And when you create that product, you have to know which one you want. That's the end of my presentation. So I'm going to stop my screen share for now. And what I want to do is go through some of these questions and answer them. And if you have more questions, throw them in the Q&A and I will get to them. I will check the chat for questions, so I'm going to focus on the Q&A first. So let's close this out. I'm not staring at it. Please advise on how to change the ShineOn product page. Plan Alpha, I assume you're using Shopify if you want to change the ShineOn product page, or are you using the platform? You can throw that in the chat and I'll look for your response there. Adrian's asking, is it possible to change creative on an existing product? We recommend you create a new product if you're going to change the creative. Generally, it won't work. We have to do it from our side, and we don't like doing it, so we would prefer you to create a new product. Go Yankees, get out of here. So Plan Alpha, you're talking about Shopify to change the product page. So let me pull up my test store here. Give me a second, I'm going to share this screen. So if you want to change the product page in Shopify, understand, well, let me just open it and it'll be a lot simpler. When you go to your store and you go to your theme editor, if you go to customize here, it brings you to your home page or whatever. If you actually go to a ShineOn product to edit it, you will see the ShineOn default. So you can just open this, and then there's all sorts of settings for this page. There's, you can change, well, this one doesn't really have a lot for me to change to the type of product it is. But, you can say, I don't want to show a compare at price, and it'll get rid of it. I don't want to show it compare at savings. It'll get rid of it. You can change the color of that text to be, whatever color, and look, now it's red. You can say, I want it to be 30, and it'll get bigger. Look at how big that is. There's all sorts of options here. So this is the main place to go if you want to change your product page. I don't want to go too much in detail. There's a lot here. I recommend just going through it if you haven't already. If you have something that's way more specific, I recommend just making a ticket for our support so we can look at that, because I don't want to spend too much time on this. But it looks like that works. Daniel said, what is the best platform to sell ShineOn without using ads? The best way to not use ads is most likely to go to Etsy. You can go, you can create an Etsy store, you can mark us as your fulfillment partner. The only thing you're gonna have to do is get Shopify Lite and put orders through Shopify Lite into our platform. This will cost $9.99 a month. It's the full Shopify is like $30 a month. This is a third of the cost. So that way you can download our app and you can manage your orders. But that is something that's high on our list of things to do for 2021 is to make that process easier. But 100% you can do Etsy. I plan on releasing a video in the next week that basically covers the whole process of how to get set up with Etsy. But that's what I'd recommend. If you don't want to work with ads or you want to find ways to get more organic sales while doing ads, Etsy is a good place to do that. I don't really recommend Amazon at this point. I think it's too hard to get anything organic on Amazon. Basically have to pay for something. And I don't know where else you'd go at this point. So yeah. Jack asked, can you discuss your Frankenphrase technique? So I don't want to cover the Frankenphrase because that's a Michael thing. I do know he's got a video on YouTube all about Frankenphrases. I don't know enough to talk about it, so I'm gonna not answer that question and say go to Michael for that. So Daniel asked, is there different shipping considerations for Canada versus US? And you're on Groove platform. We haven't synced with Groove. It is on a list of things for us to look at. I will say that. As far as shipping to Canada, you will get, if you're on the platform, your customers, when they put Canada in, will get the international shipping option. If you're doing it on your own store, in our knowledge base, there's a shipping settings article that goes over what we will be charging you, and then you can set your prices based on that. But I want to say we charge like $10.95 for international. Don't quote me on that. I haven't looked at that in a while. But you just want to make sure you're charging your customer the right amount. Adrian, when is best to start marketing for Valentine's? I think you got about another week before people are going to get past their post-holiday, and you'll start seeing Valentine's Day ads. The election in the U.S. Or the inauguration might help actually, because you're not seeing as much Valentine's talk on TV. But I would expect the end of next week will give you about a 3-week period of time where you'll be able to sell fully. So I would start now and do some experimentation, lots of experimentation, and then be ready come, the 18th, 19th to really get going. So about 8-9 days. In case ads is a must, is it possible to use any funnel? If you're using Shopify, you can use ClickFunnels. You can use whatever you want. You'd have to use Shopify, not the platform. But yeah, and like I said, you can do it any method you want technically, and then just place manual orders through Shopify Lite, which is $9.99. So if we don't sync with Groove, you can still take orders through Groove. You just have to go into Shopify and place manual orders. If you're getting a lot of orders, that's when you're going to want to reach out to us, and we can look at getting you set up on the CSV method, where you can just upload a order CSV. But that's kind of more of an advanced method, so we like to wait to make sure you have some sales under your belt. That way we don't waste too much time. So Adrian asked about the underlying reason why some products can go in the upsell mahogany box and why some can't. And the underlying issue is basically in the way our tech is built on the back end. We could clearly easily go add it. The problem is for our system to be able to ingest that, we can't have multiple options on the product page. So you'll notice that the products that it works with, they only come in one metal. That way we can then add the option of the box. When you have to choose gold or silver, we no longer have the option with our tech to just add a different, gold and silver and other box. But that being said, we're well aware of this limitation and we are working to get past it. But in order to not delay things, we launched it on what we could. So I hope that answers that. Daniel said he missed the launch yesterday. How do I get notifications? Make sure you're in our Facebook group. Be checking our Facebook group. We try and post in there daily. Highly recommend being in there. We are working on some new email, a better email system so that we can get better in contact with you. But currently, the best method is just to be active in our Facebook group. Sal, can the platform link be placed on a WordPress website describing the product in detail? I guess technically, I think if you're doing WordPress, the better method is to, because the way you're doing it is you're bringing them to a site, but then when they want to actually go buy the product, they get taken to a different site. And I think that disconnect's not going to help. So what I would recommend is doing Shopify Lite and using WooCommerce and ingesting your order through WooCommerce and then going into Shopify Lite and placing a manual order. That way there's no disconnect with the different websites. I'm using Ability. What do you mean by being on a platform? I'm not sure what Ability is, but the platform is ShineOn.com. So you go to platform.shineon.com. It is an internal platform that allows you to post products to ShineOn.com. So when you're creating a pixel and you want to use it on the platform, yes, Facebook asks you for a website, but you can just leave it blank. That's how I've created all mine, as I just move on without filling in, and it goes, okay, no big deal, and gives me a pixel. So if you created a product and you're on your Shopify store, the only place it's going to go is in your main catalog. Once you have it in your main catalog, it's up to you to then go and add it to different categories within Shopify. So if you go into the Shopify products, here, let me share this real quick. So let me get back to my Shopify. When I go into your product, when you go into your products here on Shopify, not the app, we created our products in the app, but now we're just on Shopify. You can come here and you can search for your product, and you should be able to find it. And oh, I think it's this one, right? Come in here, and then you can actually add it to categories. You can put it into some collections. I don't have any on this as a test store, but you can put it into your different collections. You can put tags on it. So if you have, a jewelry tag, you can just put jewelry here and it automatically put it in whatever collections you want. But this is how you get added into areas on your website. You do that within Shopify. When we create a product using our app, all it does is sort. Now, if you're saying that you're not seeing anything, please make sure you're actually using the app and you're not using the platform to create products and hoping they'll get to your Shopify store. You need to be using in the app on Shop. You should go into Shopify and go to apps, and you should see ShineOn, and that this app is where you need to be creating products. So make sure you're doing that. Chichi, I'm trying that name. Yeah, if you created a product on your store and you want to also put it on the platform, 100% go for it. It's super easy. Just take the same design and put it. You sell both places. No issues with that. I support it. And generally, what I tell people to do is use the platform to test, and then move your product from the platform to your store once you know they're winners. That way, your collections aren't filled with a bunch of tests. Timo, can you send me a Facebook message, John ShineOn? I will. I just want to look into your issue. It's definitely more of a one-on-one issue, but please send John ShineOn a message. You say you're Timo from the webinar, and I will look personally into this once we're done with our call. What is the average shipping time, processing, and shipping to Germany? Processing, like I said, is generally, it takes about a day to 2 days to get your order out. International shipping right now is a bit of a craziness. It's really, we ship them to New York where they get processed and then they get shipped to Europe from there. I want to say it's probably about 2 weeks, unfortunately. But that is high on my list of things to look at for this year, is not only figuring out better ways for us to ship international packages from the United States, but also maybe figure out a way to ship packages from Europe. So we're on board with you guys. We see all you Europeans coming, and we're trying to figure it out. Where do you go again in the customized section to find ShineOn? Just go to a ShineOn product. So when you open the theme editor, just go to a ShineOn product, and you'll see that little ShineOn section. I'll share my screen one more time and go over it. Go to your themes, go to customize. It's gonna open up here. And then if you open up a ShineOn product that's on your store, you will see this ShineOn section. There's a header and a footer, and then there's the ShineOn section. When you open that, that'll have all of your info right there. Hopefully that helps. Vicky asked, can you add a free shipping coupon? Here's what I'm gonna say, Vicky. No, I'm gonna add one better. Just bear with me. I'm hoping for Valentine's Day. How fast can you scale with us? We have people that do 3,000 orders a day, and we get them fulfilled and out the door. So we are set up to do 30,000 orders a day without having to bring in any extra people. If we need to bring in extra people, we have an entire catalog of people to bring in. So we can scale as fast as you want, Timo. So if you want to, Carlo, you want to learn the platform step by step. If you're in the platform, I'm going to show you this, guys, because I want to make sure everybody sees this. If you're in the platform, right, there's this Shine On You button right here. Click it. Sign up for Shine On You. I teach Shine On You. Sign up for it, and there's an entire video series solely about the platform, and it walks you step by step through creating every type of product, doing everything you need to do to make sure the platform's set up and ready to go for you. So that's what you need to do if you're not sure how to use it. Go find Shine On You. The engraving dog tags are out of stock. They are currently out of stock. We are working on better methods. So those products had a really high failure rate, and we were not doing them efficiently to where we felt like we could do them at scale. So we turned them off while we rethink a lot of our machinery and figuring out how we can better scale that product and providing a better end experience. But I will say there's plans to release a lot of products this year that are currently already paused. So we are working on not only the like design, like the SVG design, but also the photo etching. We're working on both of those. Daniel Hall has a silver, actually silver. We try and not use the word silver. We try and use a 18 karat over stainless, or we call it stainless. So yeah, it'll have a silver plating to it, but it will be stainless steel underneath if it's not just stainless steel throughout the whole thing. Does ShineOn work with WooCommerce? No, there's no direct integration with WooCommerce. I have heard of people using some apps to send it to Shopify, or you can just do manual. Kim, if it doesn't show up on your product page when you're trying to customize, let me show you why it wouldn't show up. So if you're here and you're not seeing ShineOn, it's because this is not a ShineOn product page. So what you need to do is go to a product that you've created. And I'll just show you real quick, is you're gonna need to change the page template and make sure it's actually on a ShineOn page template. So down here at the bottom, you might have like product selected, in which case you're not using ShineOn for your page. So when you go to edit it, it's not going to show ShineOn. But if you change that to product at ShineOn, then it will be on our page. So when you go to theme editor, you will see this. So check that. Hopefully that works for you. Sophia says it reaches Switzerland in 2 weeks. Yeah, that kind of back ups what I was saying. Europe, I would say about 2 weeks right now. Have we looked into offering more shipping methods? Yes, 100%. There's a lot of things that we can easily do via the platform that are not as easy for the app. Understand that with the app, you are selling other products with other, there's a lot going on there. But yes, these are all things that are on our roadmap. So Anonymous, give me your name, asked, is there a training course? Yeah, the ShineOn You is your training course. And then if you're not sure what to do after that, go to YouTube and watch Michael's videos. Michael has tons of videos all about how to do Facebook ads, how to drive traffic, how to do this. That's where, once you've figured out how to create products and put them on the platform, if you're not sure what to do next, YouTube, and go look at all of our videos. I think it's like ShineOn Print on Demand is our channel, so go watch that. Gabriel asked, when using the platform, how does Facebook ads link to my specific jewelry? When you create your product on the platform, you're given a link. You use that link when you create an ad, and that's how Facebook connects them to your product. Uchechi asked about using apps to let customers personalize your project. Go look at some videos that I did on Artwork Swapper. That's the best place to look at that. All right, so I've gotten the QA done. I'm going to jump over here to see if there's anything else in the chat that I haven't already answered. Francis, I have to look more into what your setup is with the Shopify and Etsy app if you're using Ced Commerce. But we have people that use Ced Commerce, CED Commerce, to push orders from Etsy into Shopify, then into our app with no manual work. So let me know. Which platform is best to sell in Japan? Any of them. It all comes down to how you're promoting your product. Elizabeth, do you mind? Not you, Elizabeth. Sorry, I have a point name. Can you message John at ShineOn? I'm not sure what you're saying there in that chat, but just send me a message. Using the design service, it's just open. It's an open, we have our graphic design Facebook group, and basically you can go in there and you can find designers that they'll post their designs that you like and ask them to create something more for you, or you can find something you like and just buy it. But you can just go in there and just message them. Leave a comment and they'll message you. Yeah, Francis, message me as well on Facebook. So I can't see the name. Ty asked the color box. So our normal box is what we call an Oreo box. It is black on top, black on bottom, black on the back. It's got black, somewhat white on the inside with a black insert where the message card and the necklace lay on top of that. So that is our standard box. And then we have the luxury box that you'll see on some products that has the LED light in it. Oh, that's beautiful. But those are the boxes we're shipping everything out in. Francis, yeah, message me, John ShineOn on Facebook. That's the best. So Dave asked about, he created a Facebook page to sell ShineOn products. Do I need to create likes? So I always, so from what I learned, from the people that I learned, you need to always be running engagement, because part of the way Facebook looks at you as a seller is, do people actually care what this person has to say? And if all you do are run ads and you don't do anything else, Facebook's going to downgrade you, and your ads just won't convert as well. So the person that I learned how to do this from would do a like $5 a day. Now this is, don't listen to the dollar amount, do it as much as you feel you can, but he runs one campaign every day at $5 just for engagement on a random post, a little meme, whatever it is. He shares something and then runs an engagement post on it to get engagement, and that'll naturally bring likes to your page, and it'll help your page get better. So Facebook looks at you as a valid person or page, and then your ads will perform better. So yeah, you do need to do that. How you choose to do it is up to you. You could go out there and run one ad at $500 for a day and get a gazillion likes. But from what I've heard, is Facebook likes to see likes daily, like consistency. And that's where running an ad daily, getting that, could be more helpful than one big ad and then going silent for a while. So think about that. Best-selling pick item for Valentine's Day, love nut. Going out on a limb on that one. Anonymous asked if someone came from a Facebook ad to their product, to the platform, and then somehow got to someone else's product, would they get a commission? No, you would not get a commission. The other person would get a commission. That being said, if you notice, we make it very hard to go anywhere on ShineOn.com but your product page. So, no one else's products are visible. The only products you're going to find are ShineOn's products that are on the homepage, but we're not actively promoting that. So they shouldn't be finding anybody else. Cool. Francis, I'm not sure exactly what Michael says about doing engagement. There's a lot of different methods to do it. So you can refer back to what he says on it. I have a different teacher than Michael for my Facebook ads. So that's up to you how you choose to do it. And it's all speculation at this point. Like, none of us actually know what Facebook's doing, so that's up to you. Ty, Google Shopping, that's a beast. You're gonna need to run a Shopify store pretty much for that, and there's a lot of work that goes into Google caring who you are when there's Target and Walmart and everyone else on Google Ads. So you're gonna have to do a lot of SEO work and become a very dedicated jewelry store in order to get that. Carlo, Etsy tutorial, look for it to come out next week. So anyway, I think that's, we pretty much answered everything. Like I said, if you have any other questions, feel free to message me on Facebook. I try and get to all my messages. But otherwise, happy selling. I'm excited to see you guys all out there and selling, and I'm excited to see your products coming through here. But thanks for attending and joining and asking questions and being a good audience. And hopefully I'll see you some more in some of my lives that are going to be going on more. So you guys have a great day.